But he does all these things.
Yeah, maybe my next career. So we'll start calling you. You're right. Take that. Out of Boston.
Great.
I can't wait. Have you been?
I'm very happy to see you.
Right. Right. She lived there as well, yeah. She's got a cousin there in Tel Aviv.
Well, hello again.
Hey Linda, I can't, I'm not hugging you because I'm not safe to hug. I'm not safe to hug.
Marcy, what did you say?
I am not safe to hug, but I can put them going on my throat.
I just got rid of mine. I'm sorry. How are you feeling? Much better.
Oh, my wife.
Feeling better?
How long will you sit for?
We'll make that decision. I think just like the jury, the jury they do a straw poll. This is 11, just a straw poll. Decide who's our favorite. There's
Here, in case there's no coffee.
So there are some guidelines that she has been
But I like it's except for the guidance. We meet again. Oh, I got Shabbat. You want to go? Sure.
Happy New Year.
Are you feeling better? You're such a Girl Scout. I never was a Girl Scout. You should have been.
Yeah.
Sort of like high school service representative. Yeah, I actually went to the first one. The only thing I still have is my middle hits. Jackie's got that, right? She sounded so bad on the phone. I didn't realize I never said anything. It's March, it's just said it's just she sounds clogging up my throat. Yeah. I want to find it in the middle. Encourage you to just I'm going to go this way if you're God bless you. She's such a gross. Oh, will you shut up and sit around? I'm sorry, good job. Will you shut up and sit around? You're not mutually exclusive. There he is, the man of many words. magnifying glass. That would be MacGyver. Guess what?
And the guy who would have a magnifying glass inside his pocket.
There you go. Lots of them.
Or inside his handy-dandy tire. I don't know, guess what?
I feel good. It has been a long time since I felt good. It feels like quite a while.
But it was better than it didn't
Is it your fault?
I can't hear you. I believe you had a I can hear you. No, I put a little video of the Pharisee thing.
And if she's stuck on Facebook and say, Joe, you're really missing something if you don't come. So I said,
I'm thrilled. If it worked, I would see how many girls do I have.
Minister, Ellen Nodelman, and myself, Deborah, Rutty, feel honored to lead our Friday Shabbat service on your behalf. And the men may find it easier to sing some of the songs tonight since the three of us are altos. If you are using a thin version of the prayer book, as you probably know, it has a double set of page numbers. Please refer to the numbers indicated in your packets. Page numbers will be announced when we are skipping pages, when prayers follow in sequential pages, and others will not be announced. Now, please take a moment to turn to those around you and wish them a Shabbat
Josh is willing.
Now, please turn to page 100 and join me.
You gonna make me do this really? Yeah, why not? Shabbat shalom.
O source of life and truth, creator of the eternal law and goodness, help us to find knowledge by which to live. Lead us to take the words we shall speak into our hearts and our lives. Let us all enter the sanctuary in need. All bring the offerings of their hearts. May our worship lead us to acts of kindness, peacefulness, and love.
We'd like to invite our ONEG sponsors up to light the Shabbat candles tonight. So we call Shelley Sprague and Stephen Baraz to add to the light that already is here with all of them. The blessing is on page 120.
Now with the candles lit, let's take a moment for silent meditation to help us usher in Shabbat and pray for the rest of the week. You can watch the candles, watch your breath. If you prefer, shut your eyes. Watch the candles in your mind, watch your breath. Enjoy the peace of Shabbat. Please join us as we welcome the Sabbath bride. The prayer Luchad can be found on page 138 of your prayer book, and we will sing verses 1, 2, 5, and 9.
Thank you.
That's on page 144.
Page 149. This is an hour of change. Within we stand uncertain on the border of life. Shall we draw back or cross over? Where shall our hearts turn? Shall we draw back, my brother and my sister, or cross over? This is the hour of change, and within it we stand quietly on the border of life. What lies before us? Shall we draw back, my brother and my sister, or cross over?
Baruch atah Adonai, Amari, Arani. Ahavat olam, Beit Yisrael, Atah, Torah mitzvot, Hukim mishpatim, Otanu lema'aleta. Akein Adonai Eloheinu,
Please join me in reading the English on the bottom of the page. You shall love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. Take the heart of his instructions which I shall show these days. Impress them on your children. Recite them when you stay at home and when you are away. When you lie down and when you get up. Bind them as a sign of your name, and let them serve as symbols on your forehead. Inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Thus you shall remember to observe all my commandments and to be holy to your God. I am your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am your God. Please join me in the reading on page 159. Sing the song of men and women joined in understanding and respect, the song of God's miracles, and earth protected and cherished, a gift for our children and the generations to come. The song of a man once ravished by war, now quiet and content, his soul is home to leave no more. The song of the world redeemed, the song of peace.
House
join us in the Hismichu on page 162.
So
time, all our thoughts and prayers turn to those who are in need of healing and solace, those dealing with physical, spiritual, or emotional illness or pain, and we also pray for strength for your caregivers. Tonight, we offer our prayers for the following people: Reagan Conakey, Harvey Redak, Peggy Tunick, John DiNicola, Nancy Schlum, Carol Burson, Sam Rosenblum, Stuart Walker, Kenneth Schneider, Miriam Swidler, Wendy Bass Robb, Laura Hessline, Joshua Schindler, Esther Starkman, Laura Schatz, Hugh Stockville, Andrea Bartels, Larry Franklin, Linda Juka, Suzanne Juka, Susan Peck. You may wish to add names for those in need of healing. Feel free to say aloud or in your hearts any names you wish to include.
Charles Colby, David Sherry, Lizzie.
What do we have?
John Lyon, Martin Lee.
Please turn to page 371 for Mishabel.
We'd like to take a few moments in our service to acknowledge and celebrate good things that have happened this week. I'm sure there's been something wonderful that we're all grateful for, that whether we just bring to mind now or include in the sharing that makes our lives richer. Having lived through this week, is there anyone here who had something wonderful to share with us? Doesn't have to be big. Yes, sir.
What do you like to say? You don't know?
Anything good?
I have something I can say.
Yes.
I registered for my very first Cape Tour course. We'll be happening this spring. My certification.
That's fantastic. Master. Yes, George.
Could you repeat it?
Yes. Jenna signed up for her first cantorial class, which will start in the spring. And we are looking forward to hearing all of your progress. Did you think of something?
Did you think of something?
Yes.
He told us this last time. He got drums for Hanukkah. He wants the whole world to know. Yes.
That is fantastic. Well, but there's a lot of music in your house. Yes.
We took Neil's mom after her birthday. She turned 95.
And I understand she's learning to play a little jazz.
Oh, very little.
Anything else somebody would like to share with us?
Large or small?
Well, I
Yes, Ellen.
The motion detector light we installed on our new garage works. I was amazed.
And you discovered that in your door.
And I would like to just add how grateful I am to have spent this wonderful time preparing for the service. It has been a true joy and a wonderful collaboration, and we're really happy to be here. So I think that's really one of the nicest things that's happened to me this week. For this and all the wonderful things said and unsaid, we say together, Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hatov v'ha'etiv. Praised are you, Adonai, our Creator, for you are good and make good things happen.
We have some announcements this evening. Tomorrow, Saturday night, 10:30 a.m., we will be having our second Saturday Shabbat service with Kiddush luncheon afterwards. Next Friday, at 7:30 p.m., note the later time, that's January 15th, we are having an Erev Shabbat service with the choir, I add. We'll be honoring Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and we have Wesleyan University President Michael Wall speaking. He will address the impact of Black Lives Matter movement on university campuses. On Sunday, the following Sunday, the 17th, at 3 p.m., there's a youth workshop. And at 5 p.m., there's the Music and More concert, our first Music and More concert for this year, and both sessions are going to be led by the Afro-Semitic Experience, so something that you should not miss. On Friday, the 22nd of January, we will be having our Shabbat at home dinners. Please call the office if you want to participate. We want to thank Shelley Sprague and Stephen Barras for sponsoring the Own It this week. Each CBS IZNC family gets a complimentary copy of John Joslin's documentary, We Built This House, DVD. They're labeled with members' names, and they're on the front table of Main Street, so please pick up your copy if you haven't already done so. It's a fabulous video. We have an urgent call for warm jackets and winter coats, a request for new and or gently used warm jackets and winter coats for a Hartford area school. Coats are for children pre-K through grade 5. Donations can take place in the designated bin in the entrance of the room. And lastly, we need OMIC sponsors. So please contact the office or Sharon Goldberg for more information to select a day. Thank you.
And now we are happy to call Sue Peck to the Bema this evening to share with you words of Torah. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Shabbat Shalom. This is not too long. I'm sorry, but I didn't have an opportunity to time it. But the parsha this week is Erev. It's actually the second chapter of the book of Exodus. And at the end of last week's parsha, Shemot, at the behest of God, Moses goes to Pharaoh and asks that Pharaoh let the Israelites go from their labors into the wilderness to celebrate the festival to the Lord God of Israel. In response, Pharaoh rebukes Moses and orders the Egyptian taskmasters to no longer provide the people with straw for making bricks, and instead makes them gather the straw for themselves while continuing to impose upon them the same quota of bricks as they had been making when the straw was provided to them. In turn, the people blamed Moses for imposing a greater hardship on them. This causes Moses to complain to God. "Oh Lord, why have you brought harm to these people? Why did you send me? Ever since I came to Pharaoh to speak in your name, he has dealt worse with this people, and still you have not delivered your people." God replied to Moses, "You shall soon see what I will do to Pharaoh. He shall let them go because of a greater might. Indeed, because of a greater might he, meaning Pharaoh,
shall drive them from this land. That brings us to this week's parsha. Va'era begins with God's response to Pharaoh. God tells Moses, I have heard the groaning of the children of Israel, whom the Egyptians keep in bondage, and I have remembered my covenant. Say therefore to the children of Israel, I am the Lord, and I will release you from the burdens of Egypt, and deliver you from their bondage. I will redeem you with an outstretched arm, and through extraordinary punishments. And I will take you to be my people, and I will be your God. And you shall know that I, the Lord, am your God, who freed you from the burdens of the Egyptians. I will bring you into the land which I swore to give to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and I will give it to you for a heritage. When Moses reports this to the people, they will not listen, because the text tells us their spirits were crushed by cruel bondage. Nonetheless, God tells Moses to go back to Pharaoh and tell him to let the Israelites go, and instructs Moses and Aaron to deliver the Israelites from the land of Egypt. Underlying Moses' exchange with God is a foreshadowing, a suggestion that God knows something more about the situation, and Pharaoh's essential character that the people in Moses cannot yet see. It also tells us that before the people could believe Moses and accept that God is there for them, their material needs must be met. When their spirits were broken and their labor harsh, the people could not hear God's message. What follows are further exchanges between God and Moses and Pharaoh, with demonstrations of God's might in between in the form of plagues. Va'era contains the first 7 plagues. But we know, because we've read this before, that the first 5 plagues, blood, frogs, vermin, insects, pestilence, that follow Pharaoh's refusal to let the Israelites go. The text tells us that Pharaoh's heart stiffened, that he was stubborn and would not let the people go. However, in the case of the second 5 plagues, boils, hail, locusts, darkness, slaying of the firstborn, the text tells us that God stiffened Pharaoh's heart. The persistent question year after year when we study this parsha is in the next parsha, is how are we supposed to interpret this? Did God really harden Pharaoh's heart? Who is this God? How could it be right to punish Pharaoh for decisions that he did not agree with? After all, the text certainly suggests that for centuries, as far back as when God told Abraham that his descendants would be strangers in a land not their own, God knew what the eventual outcome would be. Yet of all the explanations of Pharaoh's behavior in response to the plagues, the more interesting commentary suggests that while in a deeply profound sense, God knew the outcome and knows the outcome of every event, every act, ultimately we all make our own choices, and we can only attribute to God the things that happen to us that are unusual and beyond our power as human beings to control. So after making bad choices after the first 5 plagues, Pharaoh lost the power to choose the outcome of the last 5 plagues. Every time Pharaoh chose to stiffen his own heart, he gave away some of his own free will and ultimately lost the ability to make a different choice. There is an essential message in this for all of us at this important juncture in our history. We're coming up on an election year, which will determine the leadership of our country for the next 4 to 8 years. The choices we make as individuals and as a nation, after all, will impact every aspect of our everyday lives. The safety of ourselves and our children, the health and welfare of society, the rule of law, our commitment to human rights, among others. There is a temptation to change the channel delete the text messages and emails with election news, but block out all the noise from the candidates. However, we all have a role to play in this process. And whatever you do, however you do, it is essential that you participate in the process and make thoughtful decisions. Now today, actually, it was an op-ed piece by President Obama that appeared in the New York Times. And he wrote, "The epic of gun violence in our country is a crisis. Gun deaths and injuries constitute one of the greatest threats to public health and to the safety of the American people. Every year, more than 30,000 Americans have their lives cut short by guns, suicides, domestic violence, gang shootouts, accidents. Hundreds of thousands of Americans have lost brothers and sisters or buried their own children. We are the only advanced nation on earth that sees this kind of mass violence with this frequency. A national crisis like this demands a national response. Reducing gun violence will be hard. It is clear that common sense gun reform won't happen during this Congress. It won't happen during my presidency. Still, there are steps that we can take now to save lives. And all of us, at every level of government, in the private sector, and as citizens, have to do our part. We all have a responsibility." The piece continues. "Even as I continue to take every action possible as president, I will also take every action I can as a citizen. I will not campaign for, vote for, or support any candidate, even in my own party, who does not support common sense gun reform. And if the 90% of Americans who do support common sense gun control join me, we will elect the leadership we deserve. And all of us have a role to play, including gun owners. We need the vast majority of responsible gun owners who grieve with us after every mass shooting, who support common sense gun safety, and who feel that their views are not being properly represented, to stand with us and demand that leaders heed the voices of the people they're supposed to represent. All of us need to demand leaders brave enough to stand up to the gun lobby's lies. All of us need to stand up and protect our fellow citizens. All of us need to demand that governors, mayors, and representatives in Congress do their part. Now, the issue of gun violence is obviously a determinative one for the president. It may not be a determinative one for you. However, for me, the message from the president underscores Pharaoh's fatal flaw. Pharaoh tuned out the cries of the weakest and most vulnerable members of Egyptian society. By enslaving others, he enslaved himself. He lost his ability to do what was right and good. And in so doing, he brought about his own destruction. Now, voting is only one way to exercise your free will. However you exercise that privilege is up to you. And my message to you is that whatever choices are available to you, whether it is which candidate to vote for in a primary or general election, or whether you will commit yourselves to activities to help others meet their physical needs, it is always important to make a thoughtful and purposeful choice and use the God-given free will that we gained when we lost the Garden of Eden. Don't let disinterest or a hard heart determine your choice. Otherwise, like Pharaoh, you too may lose your ability to choose. Shabbat Shalom.
please join us at the bottom of page 586 for the Elaine. We'd like to ask George Amarant and Natalie Lindstrom to come and open an ark for us tonight.
Anna Candell, Marilyn Coward's mother, Kurt Kaufman, Jay Kittendre's father, Edna Kleinman, Michelle Kleinman's mother, Abraham Pekaroff, Jacob Rabinowitz, Israel Wessenkoff,
Henry Resnick's father, Sadie Samuels, Rayanne Simon, late wife of Sandy Simon, Cynthia Schiffman, late wife of Burton Schiffman, Max Simon, Fanny Sober, Samuel Sonnet, Rose DeLowey, Ethan Lawler's grandmother, Gilbert Ziff, Barbara Ellison, Donald Altman, and Elise Miller. If there are others who you would like to name, either aloud in your heart, please say their names as I scan the room.
Arthur Rex.
Did you say Joe Perry?
I'm sorry, I neglected the most recent deaths among us. Mark Palmer, and Peck Palmer, nephew of George Palmer, Dorothy Freeman, and of course, Joe Perry, who died just this past week. Zikanoman, Uraha, may their memories be for blessing. Mourners, for those who wish to join them, please rise and join us in Kaddish on page 598. Please turn to page 657 for our closing song, O Yavo, after which please join us in the social hall for Kiddush and Whoopsie.
Shalom
Hello, folks at home.
Hi, folks at home.
Isn't that sweet?
Swing it towards me, I'll say Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Yeah? Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
It was really nice. I enjoyed it. Sing.